What color is the wind? Blue! Welcome to Shave&Butcher. It's time to create entertainment history once again. Congratulations for being part of the journey. Listen, the fundraiser thing for Parkinson's, or against Parkinson's rather, finding a cure against Parkinson's, the race to raise money for the Michael J. Fox Foundation, which focuses on funding innovative research to cure Parkinson's disease. Please see the previous video. That fundraiser has come to a good start. We're not far away from $400 already in about 3 days. So that's pretty cool, but we want it to be bigger than that. So please consider, hang on. Lock, so you don't have to. Please consider being part of the raffle, raising money for the purpose of the thing and the Michael J. Fox Foundation. See the previous video. The link I put in, which is to a hidden and private and everything Facebook group that I created only for this purpose. God knows why, because it's complicated. Anyway, that link, I can't get it to work. So what I suggest you do is either, if we're friends on Facebook, send me a direct message and I'll give you an invitation, or comment below. I'll give you an invitation to the group, which you have to be part of the raffle to win the razor, which you can see the previous video. If you're not friends with me, I think you have to be. Or you can be invited by someone else who's already invited, but then you have to know who that is, and I'm not going to tell you. So you can look me up. Easiest on Facebook. Easiest is the Facebook group Wet Shavers United. I am an admin, so you can find me there and send me a message. Be my friend. Thank you. And I'll invite you if you want to be a part of the raffle. So check the previous video for the razor that we're raffling, but we're throwing more stuff in. Very kind donation from Matti Lindholm. Two things which will be together will be one prize. So there will be a prize for the razor and the Matti prize, and there's more stuff on the way, so you may want to check this out. Anyway, in this nice leather pouch which Matti has made comes this brush which Matti has made. This is oak, Swedish oak, with a 24mm Magards synthetic knot. This is a really good brush. I'm using mine today, or I have two actually, because Matti gave this to me. I tricked it off him. Really terrific razor, terrific brush, comes in this pouch. So that's what you can win. As well as Matti's new soap. You can see the formula on there, very simplistic formula. This is orange scent, essential oil, orange scented, and his logo thing, and it's Matti Lindholm Shaving Supplies. Got the Swedish flag on the back. Nice little package. So you can win this soap and the brush if you enter the raffle, as well as the razor, which we started off with. So that's pretty cool. Today my plan is to repeat my previous shave that I did 2 days ago, basically 48 hours ago. I had one of those shaves where everything just went right, and it was just, I wish I could copy this and do it all over again and repeat it every time I shave. Have you had that feeling? You must have. But typically you cock it up and you change things up and you have good shaves, but this, I don't know, this golden moment which you sometimes get. It's like if you play golf. No? Okay, well if you do, when you hit the sweet spot on the club and the ball, and you just go, and you know, you don't even have to look, that ball's going right where you want it to. Okay, stupid upper class comparison, but that's what came to mind. Anyway, that shave I will try to copy or recreate today, because it's one of those where you did it and it was so good and you felt, oh shit, I should have had that on video. Of course you can't always see if it's a good shave. You have to trust me on it. So we're shaving today with Nutella. I'm surprised to find that the consistency of, no, I'm just kidding. Of course we're not. We're shaving with the Swedish Witch, which is in this ugly thing. Just the stickers from Sara. Reminds you of Matti's. Have you, I wonder if Sara's copyrighted her. Okay, it's not the same, it's just inspiration. Whatever. Sara doesn't make plastic jars anymore, so you have to keep it in whatever, and this was for nuts and bolts or whatever, so that's what I'm keeping it in. This is the lanolin base thing with aloe vera in it, and aloe vera scent, very nice. Brush is brushed, and the razor. This little stupid thing, this is borrowed from Matti. It's a Kurenai Chevette, $15–20. It takes half the blades, inspired sort of by the Artist Club from Feather, but you know, flimsier and not as pretty, but pretty cool looking anyway, and super cheap, and so bloody good. It's impressive. And I've been watching DE shavers a lot and Chevette shavers, and they say, oh, this blade is crap and this blade is and the only use I have for blades basically is, sorry, I'm getting thirsty. Apple juice is good. Is in my leaf, where, you know, I go with the grain, I do one pass, it doesn't really matter, I think, what kind of blade you have in. But then Matti sent me a few blades because I had some god-awful stuff that everybody said was rubbish. So he sent me a few, and right now I'm trying this out, the Gillette Silver Blue. No idea. What a difference. I'm shocked and a bit embarrassed that I've been thinking, you know, but wow, so much better. So last shave was second use of the blade. This is the third use. I was debating with myself if I should do third use or if I should put a new one in, which is more similar to a second use. I don't know, but it's gonna be this. I'm keeping it in. So we're doing that, and we're finishing off with what I finished off 2 days ago. You'll see that towards the end. It's not Nutella, just wetting the face. Wetting the face, gonna wet the brush. I have my straight razor t-shirt on. It's getting a bit worn. So the brush is, these brushes are great. They're pretty and they're wooden, and I like that, but the handles are really long, and that's good. Not everyone likes that, but most people should. ML. Okay, so I'll have to concentrate a bit to try and do the same thing as I did 2 days ago. So I can't remember how I loaded. I know I did a head shave first with the same soap. So I loaded the brush, I built the lather, I did the shave on the head with the leaf, and then straight after I did the face shave. I loaded again and did the face shave. So I presume the load is important. I did put a bit extra water in, not to have it too wet, dry. My wife thinks I'm going senile. She's worried. So she said, could it be the Parkinson? I don't know, I've heard about it. So I asked my Parkinson doctor, I saw him 2 days ago. He said, what did you have? He's good. What did you have for dinner? I said, oh, where'd you park your car? Around the corner. Okay, you're fine. So we came to the conclusion that it's not dementia. It's more probably having headphones on, listening to someone shaving on YouTube while she's explaining what it is she did during the day, or what it is I was supposed to do in the garden. It's more it's more that than anything wrong with my brain. Okay, plenty. Did I maybe I did too much. It's funny. a lot of wet shavers. Chris from Another Cat Above is the latest example. Today I watched something he did, and we, or they, or whatever, we sound so surprised. Oh, we overloaded. I think most wet shavers, not everyone, but a lot of wet shavers, overload deliberately and just in case, very often, most of the time, because we know it is super annoying to have to reload. Not the end of the world, but it's annoying, because this is a piece of art. This is creating something. Okay, so I'm trying to remember what I did. I did it rather on purpose. I did take my time lathering, so apologies in advance for that. So it was plenty of soap painted on, and then not a crazy amount of water, but quite a bit, right? And so I don't know if it was the lather or the brush or the razor or the blade or just having one of those days, you know, that made it so good. But I will try and recreate it, and it will take a bit of time. I will concentrate and I'll drag on a bit with the leathering. But I had Jack from the virtual groom room in mind, which I don't always, but sometimes. His name is Jack Daniels, by the way. Did you know that? It's funny. First time he makes that connection too. So we have, okay, so that's moisturized a bit, but still a flat lather. And then he kind of, he just works. He has one corner that he works pretty hard. Hard and peacefully. Makes this, that's requires, so he dips water and he goes at it again, and he just goes, I can't remember what his movements are, but he's sort of working one area quite a bit. Because I typically just go, I paint it on, I paint it on, I make it wet, sort of translucent, so the soap is saturated with water, and then I splay for a bit. Mainly because I know you have to. It's not out of joy, because you can actually, you don't have to splay, you don't have to, if you just put the soap on and you put water in and you mix it properly, that's all you need, because then you get the slickness of the soap, right? You don't get the volume, but you get the volume by doing this thing. So yeah, I was doing that as a, I hadn't decided to do it, I was just doing it because I don't know why. Like I was thinking, why don't I get those big lathers? Okay, I don't care, but can I? Can I get them? And I thought, I thought of Jack. Okay, so that's getting bigger already. It's still way too dry. So it's just, it's boring. Except if you're turned on by your own creation. I don't know, is this fun? It's a shitload of lather, that's for sure. And you put a bit more water in. Oh, I want to mention someone. Marion the Barbarian. I have 3 things to say about Marion. And I'm saying it's 3 things so I don't forget something. Let's just see how we're doing here. Still too dry. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of time to talk about Marion because we're lathering and it takes time to lather. It's so thick I can barely feel the whiskers or the hairs touching my skin now. Okay, so that's pretty close to being a YouTube lather, isn't it? Okay. Then it's the other fucking side. And I guess you don't have to do the same thing, but that's what I did yesterday. And again, I don't know if this helps. I don't know if it was the quality. You're all thinking, what did Marion do? The Barbarian? I'll get to that. But yeah, this is what I did 2 days ago. So and I'm using my left hand on the right side of the face, which is a bit. I'm not gonna have the stamina to do the same thing. And I'm not making pretty circles with the left hand. Okay. No. Marion, where art thou? What's that? That's a film. Where art thou? Brother, where art thou? Is that Farrelly brothers or Coen brothers? I always mix those up, and two are very serious and two are just nutheads. George Clooney, isn't it? Brother, where art thou? Oh, I'm getting a cramp. Let's just see where the hell we are. See if we get a Santa Claus beard type lather. It's just too much. I don't know how to distribute it in a pretty way. It's like putting the whipped cream on the cake. Is that all right? Is that a decent YouTube lather? It's just way too much. I don't know what you do with all of that. And it's not creating a cushion between the skin and the blade. Bullshit. The blade is sharp. Soap is soft. Don't believe that. It's like wetting the whiskers before you shave. I'm gonna read from a book that Gordon Christie reminded me of a long time ago. Not today, some other time. Gordon, thank you for your shave yesterday. Appreciate that. Okay, Kurenai with a Gillette Silver Blue blade. Let's see. I mean, the lather's so thick you can barely see. I know what I'm doing, because kind of, but it's almost like shaving blindfolded, because you can't see anything. Ridiculous. But there you see, I can make a big lather. It's not that hard, it's just time. Soap, water, aggression, and time. Hope the blade is still in good shape. Marion. Pretty good. You know, if it isn't good on the against the grain pass, which is the test to the sharpness of the blade, we'll pop in a new one. Screw it. Okay, where are you, skin? So another thing I did yesterday was concentrate. If you're not shaving with a straight razor or a shavette, have you considered doing it? It's cheap, it can be cheap. This is cheap. Blades are cheap. Soap is cheap. Everything is cheap. It's not that complicated either. So Chris Bailey, thank you Chris also for sort of plugging the fundraiser. He says, Johan has Parkinson's disease. If he can shave with a straight razor, anybody can shave with a straight razor. He says something along those lines. He makes a good point. And you know what? You can hold the razor any damn way you want to. Okay, Marion has fallen asleep waiting for what I'm going to say. I'll just... It's one of those where you barely feel if you're shaving. It's really cool. And it's not because it's mild or anything, like I guess you get with the DE. It's just razor construction and the blade. I mean the amount of, whatever you call it in D language, the amount, how much the blades sticks out is very limited. Okay. Wow, that's a crazy good soap. Chris Maiden from the Katzebab named the vegetal base Swedish witch that I sent him the best soap ever, or something like that. This is the lanolin one. He's trying that out at the moment. So let him try it for a few times. It'll be interesting to see what he thinks. Well, it's lard and lanolin combined. It's as far away from vegan as you can get. Okay, Sunday. So, Marion the Barbarian. He started his own YouTube channel. Marion comments on quite a few YouTube witch shaving channels, and he's commented on mine as well quite a bit. Very interesting, very good comments. He's an entertaining, funny guy. So he started his own channel, which is cool. And I'll really try and remember to put a link below if I forget, which is quite likely. It's Marion with an O, the Barbarian. And he's done 2 videos that I've seen. And the guy is a natural. Very pleasant, very knowledgeable, very elegant, reference making, name dropping. Really good, you know. I'm not saying this because I like Marion, and I do, but it's going to be interesting to follow his channel. He's got some nice gear too. So that's the first thing I'm going to say about Marion. The second thing is, a number of videos ago, I said as a joke that if your wife is ever very angry, try taking a towel or a sheet or something and throw it on her shoulders like a cape and said, "Darling, now you're super angry." and I haven't got the opportunity to do that with my wife. Mainly because she hasn't been angry for about 2 months, which I don't know, something's wrong. She's saving up for some shit. But it, you know, I guess I should be happy, right? But anyway, Marion did that the other day. Brave man. And he said it kind of worked. Was I allowed to say that? Sorry. If I wasn't, I apologize. Anyway, cool move. And yeah. So that was, and again, I'm sorry if that was private, I can't remember. But a cool move anyway, cool dude. And the third thing Marion did was, he already purchased a few raffle spots in the Parkinson raffle to cure the disease thing. And then I commented on one of his razors. And I don't know if Marion was brought up in Japan, because in Japan, if someone says, "Oh, I love your sword," you sort of have to gift it to the guy for good measure. But anyway, he said, "You can buy that from me," and he gave me a sweet deal. And he said, "But don't pay me. Put the money towards the raffle," which is, wow. And it was a nice razor. So even though he kept me a good deal, he donated quite a bit of money. So hats off to Marion. I did ask him if I could mention that, and he said he'd rather not. And I said, well, maybe it will inspire someone else. And he said, yeah, okay then. But he was a bit uncomfortable with me mentioning it. I just want to mention that, okay? So check him out. Marion the Barbarian. Pretty cool. I mean, his parents were called the Barbarian, and they must have thought, what shall we name our child? Brad? Brad the Barbarian. Well, Absalom the Barbarian. Well, and finally one of them said, Marion the Barbarian. And the other one said, there we have it. And hence he was named Marion the Barbarian. So cool on your parents, buddy. There's one thing I've been wondering. Now, quite a few people that follow my channel are other YouTube shavers, right? But a lot of people aren't, and many of you guys follow several YouTube channels, but many of you don't, and you follow a few. And because, you know, making YouTube videos and following other YouTubers is kind of a hobby within the hobby of wet shaving, if you know what I mean. And I sometimes fear that we video makers, content creators, as CBB calls it, that it gets too internal. You know, that it's like, I've mentioned, I don't know how many other wet shavers wet tuber so far. Is that annoying? Is it too much, you know, a club for internal admiration? I'd be genuinely interested to hearing what you think. I mean, I'm gonna keep referring to other channels, but you know, I don't have to do it all the time if you think it's annoying. So tell me the truth. No one's gonna be offended. And or you could say, yeah, if you don't have to mention this and this guy so much. Now I'm doing a cleanup. Where I typically need to. I haven't felt where I need to, but on the cheeks, up and down, it's BBS. This area and the neck, no BBS. And I may not get to BBS, but I'm gonna get damn close by doing this pickup thing. With the kurenai, you have to watch the angle. The angle doesn't come naturally. You have to angle it more than you think you need to. But I'm on purpose not feeling too much how I'm doing, because I wanna do what I did on the last shave to see if it's as good. Little bit across there. But essentially, pickup is very similar to the previous pass. Huh? Each to his or her own. This works for me. I'm a prime example of the fact that you don't have to be quick, because I'm not quick. Always been slow with this. Been using this quite a bit. I have to tighten the screw a bit. Now that would never happen on an artist club. Doesn't matter, it's just an observation. But an artist club DX is about 16 times more expensive, so you'd expect the nuts and bolts to be pretty good quality. There we go. Let's see what that was like. Oh, soap is ridiculously good. You really should get a Swedish witch soap. Vegetal base, lanolin lard base, either. They're both very, very good. It's like having the body fluids of sheep all over your face. Imagine that. So I did a warm water rinse off and then a cold water rinse off because it feels good. And the cold water heals up the tiny, tiny weepers. Not the big ones, but I only had a few small ones really. So let's see. I missed a few hairs there. But the neck is brilliant. Let's fix that. When you go under your nose, you can't go the 30-degree or whatever angle. You have to go sort of carve them away, as the stallion would have said. Brilliant. Really very good. I am happy. I did get as good a shave as I did the last time. Stetson. Don't use this a lot. For some reason I did yesterday or 2 days ago. putting quite a bit of it on because it's nice. So people my age say, oh, Americans, I used this in high school. It's not a high school scent at all. Oh my God. Or are tastes so different? Yeah, yeah, well, it wouldn't have worked when I went to high school, that's for sure. But it's quite nice. I like the quality. It's not expensive, but it says on it, it's cooling and soothing, and it bloody well is. And the scent is interesting. If it was scentless, I'd use it a lot more because the quality, in my opinion, quality of this lotion is really good. Oh, cool. That's me. It's a long video, my longest ever, I think. It was the lathering, wasn't it? And me going slow. And anyway, I'm happy. I think I pretty much recreated the near perfect shave, which is awesome. Repetition is whatever the expression is. Damn good for reaching good results. Thanks for watching. I won't keep you longer. See you soon. Consider the raffle thingy. Find me on Facebook and we'll hook you up with some raffle tickets. Thanks for watching. Take care. Stay sharp.